streaming, so I thought your channel was cool. So uh, thank you for hosting cool game dev content. uh, um, all right. I I don't know what it is about this background art, but like these environments, but like the art and the tech to set them up. Like usually I'm pretty okay about understanding like how much, like how difficult something will be, but like for this background stuff, I've just been way off like on all my estimates. I'm always like, oh, this will be super quick, and then like and maybe I don't know, maybe I'm like I have a very special learning disorder that only pertains to background art in games. um, all right, so we still have to do the VI thing for VI in range 2. And we have to do it a lot of places. Huh. Yeah, we have to do we have to do this in so many different places. It's hilarious. All right, so copy this for now. Oh, but we only do it if environment type equals 2. So copy all of this. Oh, and it's not an elif. It doesn't have to be an elif right now. So copy. Oh, and. So, all right. So we need to put this term back in here, and all right. And then this whole chunk we have to put places. We have to put this a lot of places, like 5 different places, if I recall correctly. I hope it's right, so that when I have to retype it, I don't have to retype it like 5 different places. Because it's not literally the same thing 5 different places. It's very subtle variations in 5 different places. um, so yeah. So VG trans is greater than or equal to 5. We blit next environment. Okay, so if it's greater than or equal to 5, then this is one of the cases where we will blit from the next environment, so the transitional frame, not the current frame. So, oh, so this actually pertains as to whether the next environment is BG. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Oh. 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 Yeah. Okay. We did 2 different. We did. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. No, this is legit. This is gonna work, you guys. It's gonna work. I swear. So we blit the next environment. And then actually, yeah, so no, what we have to check here is not for the current environment, it's for the. Oh, so wait, I shouldn't copy this one. I should copy the other one, which I also have to mutilate. Ugh. Oh. Wait. Yes. Yes. All right, so yeah, so we have to put this up top as well. So I'm just gonna cut it. No, I can't. I can't cut it. Oh yeah. No. All right. Well, it was. I wasted a little bit of time setting it up down here, but it was. I think it was actually somewhat helpful to have this to like set up this logic in isolation, so that I can then go in and now that I have it set up separately. Maybe I should have tested that it actually worked separately before I hack it apart and put it back together in another place. But yay, event time. This could get a little hairy, but hopefully it'll work out. All right. So, oh yeah, did I remember to put that? Oh yeah, no, we're not just checking if event type equals 2. We're checking if event type equals 2 and MFG in, etc., etc. Yeah, so both of these conditions. Yes, good. Yes. Oh. Uh, yeah, so, yeah, I can actually, as before, I can actually unify these and check first if, et cetera. Oh no, I do have to do it separately anyways. Never mind. Because it's not. I'm not checking if MFG and environment layers keys both times. I'm check the second time. I'm checking if env type if next env type equal to env MFG if in next environment keys layers. Yeah. So right. So all of this stuff. This stuff here. Copy that. Put here. All right, good. So now we're scrolling both the environment and the next environment as needed. If not needed, we just skip over it altogether. So now have I not gotten rid of this high stuff? High, yeah. So we don't need to do high anymore, and we don't need to do any of this stuff anymore because we put it where it goes. So let's unindent this part and then shift tab. All right, so next environment type equals 2, and all right, so this is what we want to put in that. So yeah, apparently the very first case is actually the transitional case and not the primary case. Wow, you guys are. Oh, well, it was just Lauren that time. Good job, Lauren. I was gonna say you guys are getting perfect all the time, but yeah, good job, Lauren. You're getting perfect all the time. All right, so copy that. Niner. No, nope. Sorry. Where does it go? Here. So if BG trans is greater than or equal to 5, then we'll blit. Right, we blit this one first, and then we do the because this will blit on top of the midground layer, and it will scroll with the midground layer. Yeah. Oh, so I should do at least the foreground layer as well. And should I do the front layer as well? Should I do that too? Like the frontmost layer? Like in order to get the snow good, I kind of want to do that. But I don't know, that would entail a bit of extra work. Oh, whoa. Yeah. So for one thing, it would change the whole transition system. Oh, yeah. Excuse me. I might want to just like avoid transitions on that layer altogether. Ooh, that implies a lot. Kind of a lot, I think. Yikes. Because if I put, how would that even work? If I put a layer in front of so yeah, so the right now the background consists of 3 different layers. There are these trees in the foreground. There are trees in the midground, which slide by slightly slower, and there are the trees in the very far background, which slide even slower than that. And so I'm thinking of putting a 4th layer on top of everything, on top of even the characters and stuff. The 4th layer would be, it'd be more like the type of stuff that we see like in the primary layer, like this brush and like rocks and stuff like that. But it would actually like it would, the reason I want to add this is because it kind of looks like the characters are walking in front of the, oh my gosh, Lauren, your current experience points. Oh no. Evil. Oh, sorry. Oh, you got the bow. Lauren, you're a hunter now. Look at you. Congratulations. I need to make more character art. um, excuse me. So the, uh, Lauren is the strongest, by far. Uh, so, what, what was I talking about? um, yeah, so I kind of want to add this fourth layer in because, I think it would really, like, it would really tie the scene together. But the more I think about it, like, it's gonna be a fair amount of work, like, kind of a lot of work. But then the other thing is that, like, I kind of want to do it for precipitation. Actually, you know what I really want to do for precipitation is, like, not really care much about the back layer. So I actually think I'm actually going to, for starters, like, I might add in the front layer. And one thing that I think I might also do is, like, not worry about the middle foreground layer. Like, for environment type 1, I assumed that the middle foreground layer would be the, like, I started with the middle foreground layer because that's the layer that made sense for the river. But actually, I think for for environment type 2, the foreground layer and like even the special layer that draws in front of the characters. So maybe I should do that first. And then yeah, so the thing I was thinking is that I might just skip I might just skip transitions for this extra layer because frankly I don't know. It's like it might, I'm trying to imagine, like, so what would it look like if there was this other layer that was moving even faster than the front layer? Like, how what do I want on that layer? And and specifically for the transitions, like, how do I handle those gracefully? I guess it's, yeah, maybe I'll shift gears and start working on that sort of thing instead. Maybe. Uh, yeah, okay, so I haven't restarted the script in a while, so it doesn't matter the fact that I introduced errors, really. I haven't like, yeah, because the game is still running from back before there were errors in it, so as long as as long as I don't stop and restart the script. Oh, but I will want to stop and restart the script a lot. So I should take out these errors. I should just comment out everything that I did so that it doesn't, like, interfere with other things, and then, yeah, alright, yeah, a little bit of a gear shift. Um, yeah, because it was just occurring to me, like, if you go to, like, a place where it's snowing, like, who cares if it's snowing, like, way in the background? Like, that could look nice, but what's actually going to lend the feeling of actual, like, snow is if it's falling, like, in front of the characters and around the characters, like, if it's falling in the foreground. Because, like in a snowstorm, like, you can see snowflakes falling, like, near you, but then if you look off into the distance, you don't see individual snowflakes. You just see, like, the whirl of white, right? So, like, actually, the layers that will really sell it as like precipitation or snow are going to be the foremost layers, and yeah, and, like, as I was saying before, like, currently the adventurer characters, like, they might as well be drawing, or they might as well be, like, walking next to a forest. Like, there's nothing here that really shows that they're walking through the forest. Um, I Yeah, and so in the same way, like, if I add snow without adding in this extra layer in front, it's gonna look like they're not walking through a snowstorm, or, like, they're not. It won't look like they're walking through snowfall. It'll look like they're walking next to snowfall, which will be weird. So yeah, I think I hadn't really seen it coming, but I think this is the point where I'm probably going to want to add in that layer. So, all right, let's comment this out. Not the entire script, but just the part that we don't need right now. And where's the other one? Slightly lower down. All right, so let's not actually do. Whoops, let's not actually do this part because that's not going to look good. And I should probably take out the. Well, no, snow is just going to look identical to the cave. Like, we might hypothetically load to the snow background, but it's just going to look identical to the cave because I just copy and pasted all of the cave art. like the literal cave graphics. Alright, so that should be good. I hopefully did not ruin the script at all. And so, alright, what is it going to be crazy to add in this? Like, is there going to be anything? There is going to be some weird stuff, because for one thing, like, while I do... Okay, so for one thing I need... Oh yeah, I was saying maybe skip transitions. So maybe okay, so I'll implement it first without transitions, and that'll be a lot easier, I think. Oh. Oh, that's kind of a lie. Yeah, no, even if I don't have the transition art, I still have to, like, work within the transitions. Uh, so, huh. Oh yeah, no, I can't completely skip transitions. So I need new transition phases. I need to change the... Alright, well, I don't plan on adding more transitional layers, so I guess I just have to revamp the transitional system. Hey, event time! I just need to change the transition... The definition of the transition phases. Right now we have like 7 phases to the transition, and at the 7th phase we complete. So it's basically like 0 is when there's no transition progress. Phase 1 is when we begin transitioning. And so, like, the first thing that changes when we begin transitioning is the layer furthest back, because that, the dead, well, actually, before I explain that too much, the exact middle of the transition, all 4 transitional slides, well, right now it's 3 transitional slides, all 3 transitional slides will be lined up perfectly, exactly center in the screen. And then, yeah, so in order to get them to all line up, because the one in the background moves the slowest, that one has to start transitioning in first. Then the layer on top of it will start transitioning in, and then the layer on top of it will start transitioning in. So these cues, like, these are the phases of the transition. Like when each time a new one transitions in. So like it used to go, oh, and then the other phases are when they start transitioning out. So like 1, 2, 3 is the introduction of these transitional slides, and then 4 is like the dead center. Or like, yeah, well, it's something along these lines. So, yeah, no, 4 is when it reaches dead center, and we're no longer transitioning in, we're now transitioning out. And all right, so basically, what we need to do is we just need to add in a new one. So like where 4 to 5 used to be the swing from transitioning in to transitioning out, we need to, like, 5 now has to be. Oh wow, how's this gonna work? This is gonna work, right? This has to work. It has to still work, right? But speaking of old logic that I'm gonna have to reacquaint myself with or brush up on, so the fun thing about the transition is that it kind of like relies on like planetary alignment, except not planets. It has to be these sliding frames that have to align just right, and so, yeah, no, this is easy enough. Because, like, yeah, no, huh. Yeah, so the scroll speed of this slide, so the way the scroll speeds of the slides is that each slide scrolls 2 pixels faster than the slide behind it. So the very back slide scrolls at 2 pixels per frame. The slide in front of it scrolls at 4 pixels per frame. The slide in front of it scrolls at 6 pixels per frame. So presumably this one will scroll at 8 pixels per frame, which means this is scrolling exactly twice as fast as the current middle slide. And so this actually should not change the alignment schedule at all, because this one will be perfectly aligned with the middle one basically at all times. Or like every time the middle one is dead center, this one will also be dead center because this one moves twice as fast. So like yeah. It'll be yeah. Okay, so right, that should be straightforward. It shouldn't screw with any of the alignments, I don't think. And if it does, oh dear. All right, so yeah, so oh well, so for I need a name for this layer too, because we have the background, the middle ground, and the foreground, which is like the nearest layer so far. Foreground would actually be a more sensible name for this layer, right? Foreground, right? That's what foreground means, right? I think. Not that it super matters, but like nearest to the observer, yeah. So the foreground would make most sense for this layer. I could just change the naming conventions. But then what would be the, I guess background, midground, and like near ground? I could call like the, what I had been calling foreground, I could start calling the near ground. I guess. I don't know. That makes enough sense to me. Alright, so let's look up all the... Oh yeah, so let's just look up all the places that we said FG, because I don't think that combination of letters will show up super often. So replace text, replace FG with NG, and actually let's start it at the top. So like find next FG. Yes, replace that one, replace that one, replace that one. Oh wait, middle, yeah, because like middle foreground is no longer middle foreground, it's now middle near ground. So yes. Yes, replace that one, replace that one, replace that one, replace, 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 replace. Not that one. That's our alphabet. Don't replace that one. We're not actually changing the alphabet. That'd be funny if we did that. Oh man, I should have just done replace all. That would have been a really fun bug to find. Because then everyone who had an F in their name would now, it would show up as an N instead. And I'd be like, it would take me a while to figure out why that happened. Oh man. Alright, so near ground, 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 middle 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 near ground. Oh wow, there are a lot of references, huh? Good thing I just I did it this way instead of just looking for references to foreground, because I completely would have forgotten about the middle foreground. Yep. This is the least interesting thing that I've ever done on stream. Probably. I don't know that for a fact, but I have a strong feeling about that. Certainly tied for one of the least interesting things. I like that it's freaking out about all these symbols that don't exist anymore. All these like key errors. Because it's always reassuring. If I change something and if I change something that should introduce an error and like the IDE doesn't alert me of an error, I always get paranoid because like, what else aren't you telling me? All right, we're getting there. All right, I think we did it. All right, so now the only reference to foreground is in the alphabet when F and G are next to each other. All right, good. I think we did it. All right, so now we can introduce the foreground. So let's go back to the transitional phases. Yeah, all right. So the way blitting works is that like it just like if you want something to blit on top of something else, you literally have to blit that thing last. So right now like text blits last, and the text will continue to blit last. Oh, yes. All right. Yeah. I was like, is the snow gonna draw on top of the text? Because that would look weird. It might look cute, but no, it would probably just look more distracting than anything. No, that's fair. So, huh. All right. Whereas we mostly blit all of the environment, like the environment art together, um, this other environment art, we actually have to wait until after we blit the character art to blit this last bit of environment art. Um, so yeah, that'll be one way in which this is noticeably different than the others. All right. Yeah. So we have to change. We have to change this condition. We have to say if bg trans equals 4, if and we have to do a lot more than this, but env dot layers index foreground, the new foreground, the real foreground, the 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 once and future foreground. No, the if this speed minus g width is greater than env dot layers right, index fg dot scroll 0. So this is asking if right. So this is checking if so like in order to swap out these transitional slides from the like the typical loop art. Yeah, so oh yeah, we're in the middle of a transition. So in order to make it so that we can basically like swap out the art so that the transitions run smoothly, we wait until like the loop is exactly centered in the screen, as I mentioned before, and that allows us to replace the slide that's about to enter the screen. So that's what we're checking here. We're saying, are we at the point where the next slide is about to enter the screen? Is it like just on the cusp of entering the screen? And if that's the case, then we move into the next phase. So right here, all we're doing is like pushing phases, so this is actually going to say trans equals 5. And then, so that's not going to make sense for a second, because the next thing we have to say is L if bg trans equals 5. And so from here, from this point on, all of the references, so like all the previous references to bg trans 5 or greater are now all out of date. They all need to get increased by 1. I'm going to put this print here as well, just because if I sometimes this print which is currently commented out, but sometimes it's helpful for debugging what's happening with transitions. All right, so for all of these, I have to bump this up. So 5 equals 6 now. 6 equals 7 now. 7 equals 8 now. And then 8 is now the no. I lied to everyone. We have to bump it up by 2 because we have to insert one more. Oops, equals. We have to insert one more phase as well. I forgot. We have to add in right. So it's giving us that symbol error because foreground is not actually a thing yet. We're adding it. We're still in the process of adding it in. So L if bg trans equals 6. So right, like I said, first we transition in, and now we have to process transition out. So, if how do we check if we're transitioning out? So right, so we basically do the same thing again. Because we're not checking. So first we were checking, is it okay to swap out the normal loop piece for the new transitional piece, and then so that evaluates true, and so we switch phases. And now the next condition that we're waiting for is the transitional piece now dead center? So that are we cleared to swap out into the next environment piece? And so yeah, that's what these hey, event time. That's what these conditions are looking for. So env.layers index fg again. Dot speed minus g width is greater than, still index 0? Weird. It's index 0 again. I would have thought it'd be index like 1 or something. Really? Well, I mean, this seems to work fine for it. Is this gonna make things go crazy? This can't make things go crazy, can it? No. Oh, oops, I typoed here. It's supposed to be a dot. Is this? Oh wait, it's not NG, it's FG. Is this gonna work? It feels like I don't know. I feel like this shouldn't work, and yet this is how this had been set up previously. So I guess I just can't explain why it works, and that's an unnerving feeling. All right, so now, like I said before, we have to bump up the indexes because now 6 actually equals 7, or it actually means 7. 7 actually means 8. Oops, 7 actually means 8, and 8 actually means 9. All right, so there are 9 phases now. So now I have to like go through and like all the so just to get it to keep working how it should work, I now before I introduce new whatever, I'm going to go through and everything that had previously referenced. So what happened? We introduced a new 5. So excuse me. So 5, what had been 5 is now. Oh no. No, 4 used to be the old center. So everything 5 and above moved up by 2. So what was 5 is now 7. I hope. No, wait. Hold on. Is that true? Greater than. Wait, maybe 6 is the new 5. Sorry. Maybe 6 is the new 5. Let me just take a peek at how this is all set up. So wait, 5. Yeah, no, they all reference 5 because 5 was the old mid-ground. So wait, greater than or equal to 5? Yeah, so no, these are actually asking greater than or equal to 6, actually. Yeah, because this one isn't supposed to shift up completely. This is just checking if we're in the second. This is just checking, are we transitioning in or are we transitioning out? And so this is just asking. So these parts where it says BG greater than or equal to 6 are still the same, actually. Oh, and there are multiple references. These references are the same. These ones won't change like the other ones do. This one only shifts up by 1 because the center of the transition only shifted up by 1. The latter half of the transition shifted up by 2. The center of the transition only shifted up by 1. So I should have started with the latter half. I shouldn't have done the center of the transition first, but whatever. We must reference the transitional phases in here as well, but we don't we don't reference the center of the transition. In here we only reference the ends of the transition, the outside of the transition. So I don't have to worry about that quite yet. Right. So now the edges, the upper bounds had been defined by values that have now shifted upward. So here where we're saying, was it 2? Shoot. I should have done the upper bounds first. Because now I don't remember what represents an upper bounds. What represents. Oh no, maybe the background layer didn't have an upper bounds. Maybe the background layer is structured slightly differently. No, I should undo that. I should undo the changing the 6s to 5s was premature because really I should be doing the upper bounds first. Otherwise I'm just gonna mess myself up. All right, so BG trans. There are two ends, right? I guess the background only has one. Yeah, okay. The background only has one end because the background shifts in the middle. So the background actually doesn't change. All right, so that is fine, and that is part of why I was getting screwed up. But all right, so here where it used to say 3 to 7, it's actually going to say 3 to 9 because 9 is the new final phase. And then is that all? Well, I guess I might as well do this part here. So BG trans 4 and 3, those references are the same, except this reference to 7 is turning into reference to 9. This reference to 6 is turning into reference to 8. And there are references. There are references there, and there. I think those are the only places that we reference that. I think. Yeah, but then we also do it again down here. 6 turns into 8, and 7 turns into 9, and wait, was that all? Yeah. All right. So that's good. And then all right. So down here, 6 again turns into 8, and is that? Those might be all of the range markers. Again, once I've done this, I'll rerun the script so we can check to see if things make sense or what. Yeah. So save that. Oh, right, and now I can change the 5s. Now I can change the 5s without screwing myself up. So these 5s are becoming 6s. There and there. There aren't any in this section here. But then here and here. So this pattern's a little murky right now because this pattern's a little murky because I started inserting the special layers stuff into what was otherwise like a very clearly defined pattern, but because I only did it for one layer, it's kind of like crammed in the center, and it's like shifted things around in a weird way. So what used to look like a very like clean block of very coherent code is becoming it's just becoming a lot bigger, frankly. So all right, so sorry, I'm just gonna slide this off screen. I could just see it in like my periphery, and it was distracting. But okay, so actually, oh, you're right. So foreground isn't a thing yet. So I'll make foreground a thing, and then call it and then I'll actually. Oh yeah, so I'm gonna restart the script in a minute. So I'm gonna cancel the script now, and that way. Because like if I restart the script too fast, it loses track of all the characters. So I have to leave it off for a second. So I'm gonna leave it off while I go in, and I just have symbols for my layers so that I don't have to index them with strings. I can index them with just with symbols, and it means the same thing. So yeah, that's just me being silly. All right, because I just reference these in a lot of places, so I just don't feel like adding in the extra quotation marks every time I reference them. In fact, I probably wouldn't. I'd just keep forgetting and make tons of errors. All right. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Excuse me. So I wonder if that's been long enough to have the script down. Possibly. I'll give it just a moment longer. Actually, while I give it a moment, I'm gonna add my regular hours onto the. Say, whoa! I middle clicked on a window and it just automatically closed it. Is that a thing? Whoa! Don't middle click on a on the taskbar. If you middle click on the Chrome icon, it'll open a new window. But like, you know how on the taskbar, like when you hover over it, it'll like slide out to show you all your windows? If you middle click on one of the windows that's open in that little slidey outy thing, fun fact, it will close it. That's good to know, I guess. Um, where am I going? To Twitch. I'm going to my Twitch page. Twitch.tv slash binrate. Middle click closes tabs too. Oh, interesting. Wow. Middle click has the power to create and the power to destroy. It's a dangerous button. um, yeah. I'll just I don't have anything in this pane yet, so I'll just add it here. So like I'll just be like follow follow on Twitter for updates and announcements, and then schedule or standard hours, I guess. Monday through Thursday, 11. Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. 11 a.m. EST through 5:15 5 p.m. EST. I don't have to say EST twice. Oh, I'll just say EST. Sorry. I know this is not interesting. Standard hours Eastern Standard Time. Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Friday, 11 a.m. to whenever. And maybe I shouldn't even mention. Maybe I shouldn't even mention Friday, because sometimes. Nah, whatever. That's fine. All right, let's. I think the script has been. Hey, random black guy 69. Welcome. How's it going? All right. So sorry, I was just updating my schedule. Oh yeah, I forgot you can't use line breaks. That's annoying. Bah. Annoying. Hold on, sorry, 1 second. Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. comma Friday. Alright. Stupid not letting me use line breaks. Wait, supports Markdown? No HTML? Apparently I should be using Markdown for line breaks, I guess. I don't know what that is. I'll figure it out later. That's ugly, but whatever, I don't care. Alright, sorry about that. Minor distraction. Alright, so now I think we should be able to rerun the script. Oh, I'm not just gonna rerun the script, I'm also gonna cheat us to the river, so that way we can make sure not only that the things that I fixed, not just that some of the things I changed work, but that all of the things I changed work. That'd be good. Where's the part where we randomly select a... Where's the part where we randomly select... Oh, did I accidentally delete my comment? Oh, no, there it is. Oh, I am cheating us to the river. Delightful. I thought that was just a coincidence. Yes, we are making games. Sorry to hear about that. Sorry to hear your name was taken. Isn't that the worst when you can't get the name that you want? Alright, so the script didn't crash. I was thinking the script might crash. Oh, wait, but I should be testing transitions, actually, more so than this. So I'm gonna... Oh, wait, actually, hold on. I'll close the script again real quick. I'm gonna... I think I warned you guys that because I'm testing art today, I'm gonna make the game look crazy. And I am gonna make the game look crazy, so here's where it gets crazy. Don't worry, it's just a temporary affliction, and it'll actually... One of the nice things is that even though it's going to look like it's flying in turbo speed, it's actually going to still play correctly. So like it won't actually mess up how the game plays. That's the good news. But yeah, no, we're gonna we're kicking it into hyperspeed. Just because I just want to make sure it doesn't crash. I just want to make sure it can continue to transition appropriately, and it doesn't like crash or anything like that. So. Alright, I'll let that run. and hope that it works. Hope that it continues to work. I'm going to deactivate the control panel for a little while because I'm not using the control panel right now. I reactivated it because at the end of the day yesterday I added like away mode. Oh, actually no, maybe I should keep it active because I need it if I ever need to do away mode. And I might need to do away mode. So alright, so yeah, I'll keep it active for that reason. So yeah. So the gang's all here. Where's all? Yeah, so sorry about this mode because I know it's like harder to see your name tags. Oh, okay, cool. We're transitioning and it's working. That's cool. It's harder to like read name tags and it's harder to read like experience points and stuff. Um, oh, hey, look at that. I messed stuff up. Key error. Oh, right. Right. No, that's legit. I'm not loading in this data yet, so I really shouldn't be referencing this data, right? Um, so well, I'll just load in this data. Yeah. All right. So I'll just load in this data. Real quick. Sorry, this will only take a second. And in the time that it takes me to fix this, hopefully the script will be down long enough for it to restart. Oh, I need to put this a lot of places. I need to put I mean, it's not a complicated file. It's just oh, and what am I gonna name it? Oh, I should rename everything. I should rename all my datas. All right, so I'm gonna do that too. Shma. Oh, so sorry. What is this game about? This game is a light adventure game that it runs during the stream. Like before it crashed, you kind of could see that it was like happening down on the bottom of the stream, and it's supposed to be like an accompaniment to the regular programming that we have going on here. Just I haven't been doing it yet, but I have the game set up so that you can play it kind of like in the style of a tabletop RPG, where it's like, you know, I can kind of act as the game master and kind of I can kind of dictate like the course of events, and like it can be like a more interactive experience. Right now it's I've been letting the computer kind of run the show, and the computer, you know, it comes up with like it has this pool of like events that can occur, and yeah, it plays out through chat, so it's like it's inspired by like text adventure games as well. I'll have it up and running again in just a moment, so we can actually see it firsthand. Although, like I said, the art's gonna be really screwed up, so everything will be like in super fast forward. But other than that, it should it should be okay. All right. So the other thing, so the thing that I need to be doing now is just like with all these other things, I need to be doing the foreground layer, the real foreground layer, the genuine article. And so I think I'm gonna rename these layer assets to be consistent with how I reference these. So like foreground, near ground, midground, and background. So I'll also have to change all the names of all the data files. Fortunately, I only have like four environments done so far, so I don't have to change that many data file names. So the act frames are still named the same thing. BGs, yeah. So the middle near ground will also be called middle near ground. Predictably, middle near ground. All right. Oh, and then yes, here we also need to. Oh yeah. So not only do we need to. Oh, these are the transitional pieces. So. Yeah. I'm gonna hold off on actually setting up the foreground for the transitional pieces because I don't know if I'll have special art for that. It might just be an absence of art. Possibly. I don't know what's gonna work there. I honestly don't know what's gonna work there. Oh, that's just gonna be weird. I might have to have a special condition where like, oh, yeah, no. Oh, yeah. I could I can do this. I can handle this. Oh, but the precipitation and stuff? I don't know. I should should probably bite the bullet. Pony Just Gaming. Hey, this is yes, I worked at. Hey, not only did I work at Harmonix, but I'm gonna, if he's still here, if Dog then. Oh, did if Dog then was here a minute ago, and he also worked at Harmonix on Rock Band games as well. Yeah, 6 long years. Yeah, that was my gig before this one. Hey, Sugum, how's it going? Welcome. Oh yeah, sorry. So I'm still working on side quest, but I broke it by accident, so now I'm gonna fix it real quick and we can get back to it. So near ground, mid ground, and background proper. Yeah. So I do have to do this for foreground. But I don't know how the transitions are gonna work. I really don't. I really I might have to cheat or something. Cause like I'm just thinking about like the mouth of the cave, for example. Maybe I'll just need like special tech for the. I won't worry about it. I won't worry about it yet. I might need special tech to handle the transitions in this new layer that we're adding. I don't know what it's gonna be yet. I don't know what that special tech is gonna be like, but it might be weird. I might need like multiple transition slides. Like I might just need more transition. Like I just might need more space to handle this transition. I might not be able to cram it into the same narrow length as all the other transitions. Or else I'll just like cram it in using the current system, and maybe it'll look slightly weird. Am I in the end credits in Rock Band? Not the original Rock Band, because I started working on the project. Well, actually, no. I worked on the original Rock Band, but I don't think my name made it into the credits for that one. Yeah. All the rest of them, though, yeah. And I worked on like the Dance Central series and like a few other projects there as well. Oh, BG1, perfect. This is gonna be our foreground layer, because this the mountains doesn't actually have a BG1, so this one is just a blank image. And then I guess while I'm here I should start renaming these. So BG0. Oh, they're not going to sort in alphabetical order anymore, but I don't care. BG0 is near ground. BG1 is middle ground. BG2, excuse me, is BG, is background. And then I need to do this for the transition sides as well. So BG0 is near ground. I can remember this. I'll figure it out eventually. BG0 is near ground. BG1 is middle ground. BG1 is middle ground. BG2 is background. And then for snow, actually, snow is all fake still. So I can just delete it and copy it over again. Copy here. Snow. Alright, so then, yeah, same with, again, so I don't need snow right now. Well, hold on, wait, I do need the data file. So cut this, put it here, delete this. Let's change the names in Cave to be appropriately labeled NG. Oh, they sort in reverse alphabetical order. That works well enough. Oh, except foreground isn't going to sort in reverse alphabetical order. Whatever, I don't care. M middle ground. background, and then transition to forest. BG0 is near ground. BG0 is near ground. Sorry, this is really boring. Oh, you know what I can do is I can just search BG0 and just change them all in one fell swoop, right? I can change this, right? Yeah, there we go. So BG0 is near ground, so this will go quicker, hopefully. Near ground. Near ground. Near ground. Anyone want to guess what this one will be? Near ground. Hey, Crap Hour, how's it going? Or, that's what you asked. I'm doing well. I'm doing some slightly tedious file renaming for just a moment, and once this is done, I'll be ready to add in a new layer to our parallaxing backgrounds to give the impression of greater depth, specifically for the positioning of the characters in our game. So that's exciting. The part that's supposed to be exciting might not sound exciting either, but it should be a cool finished result. I think when we're done with it, it'll be nice to have that extra layer of depth and immersiveness in the project. I hope I've been naming these things the correct thing. I kind of stopped paying attention to what my fingers were doing. Alright, so BG2. BG2 is the far background, right? Yes, it has to be. It really has to be, or else I'll cry. Alright, so BG... 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 We're almost there, you guys. Look at it. We're almost yeah, we did it. Alright. So now let's copy cave again. Copy here. And then move this back in here. And this is also snow. Alright, I think now we can at least restart the script. Like I said, the script is going to look crazy for a little while because we're working on art, and I just need to like, oh, well, how about that? Oh, did I not finish renaming my stuff? Oh, right. Oh, right, that was the other thing I needed to do, is I needed to add in the foreground layer. Okay. So I lied, we're not quite there yet, but we're not far either. So, I forget if we need it for our transitions yet. I think I was eventually getting to the point that I was like, yes, I guess we kind of do need it for the transitions. But actually, no, the foreground transitions might happen in a different way. So I'm actually not going to worry about them yet. I mean, I won't worry that they're there, but I won't worry about putting them places either. For now, I'll just put them into the... Because, yeah, I think actually I need 2 transitions. I think instead of just having the transition across, like just having the transition between the two. Oh, yeah. No, I know how I'll do it, I guess. No. Wait, no. That works for the special layers. No, I don't know. All right, well, no. We'll figure it out. It'll work. All right, so... Wait, where did I go? I don't think I finished with that task at hand. All right, foreground. Foregrounds. All right. Oh, is this, no, this isn't gonna mess up. This should now be sufficient to run the script without crashing. Again, it's gonna look crazy, but, it should, come on, really? Middle near ground. Oh, wait. Did I, oh, yeah, right, I forgot to rename those. All right. I'll stop lying. I have no clue how long this is going to take. No, I mean, it should be... Why are you not working? It'd go faster if you worked. I'm typing in BG3. I'm hitting enter. Thank you. Thank you for working. Yeah, I forgot to rename this one. Middle near ground. There we go. Alright. I'm not going to say it anymore. Hey! Alright. So the game is going to go in turbo speed. It's going to go a little out of control. Hopefully it won't crash. And it'll probably still play correctly. So that's the good news. Sorry about how the text is not as easy to read since it's going in like super fast speed. But oh yeah, actually, you know what else I can do is to make it go even faster is I'll just double these. I was doing this yesterday. Like the next most convenient way to increase the speed at this point is to just double all these values. So is that correct? I doubled those correctly, right? 8, 16, 4, 2, yeah. Or 8, 6, 4, 2, yeah. 16, 12, yeah. Alright, so save that. Oh, well, I won't change it yet, but next time I rerun the script, it'll be running even faster. Yeah, so what else should I be doing? I guess I could start making the foreground art. No, I need to put in the part where the foreground would actually blit first. Yeah. And for starters, I might just do very crudely, like make it so that the... No, I can without much difficulty emulate what we've been doing with the other layers. And then it might that might be what turns out not to work. Oh yeah, so if I'm going to take that approach, I should put the foreground layer more places, like into the transitional frame. So foreground, BG's cave, transition to forest, foreground, transition to river, foreground. Hey, we got a new follower. Dan Crush, thank you for following. I appreciate your support. Welcome. What software am I using to program in? I'm using Spyder, which is part of the Anaconda distribution. It's Spyder with a Y, Spyder. I don't necessarily recommend it. A lot of people have told me that PyCharm is better. And if I had to do, if I wasn't in the middle of a project, like for my next project, well, I don't really plan on doing another project in Python immediately. But if I did, I'd probably check out PyCharm because everyone says that that's really good. And there are a few things with Spyder that I've found less interesting. I used it because it was the last IDE that I had used. So, oh yeah, Dean Crush, I have to see you again sometime in the near future, perhaps. Have a good one. Yeah, we're setting up we're setting up quadruple layers. All right. Yeah, people seem to like PyCharm. Apparently, like the suite that I'm using right now it's actually intended for like scientific programming, but it's what I learned with. So it's what I chose Python because it was really quick to get started. Like I had the core of this project working in like a matter of hours, really, and then I was able to like almost immediately jump into like working on the game itself. I'd never worked with like network stuff. Like I never programmed like a network, anything that uses like networks or sockets or anything along those lines. So I guess I played it a little bit safe. I probably could have gotten a little bit more ambitious, but that was what led to that decision. Hey Clint, how's it going? Welcome. All right. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was adding in the section where we'll actually blit the foreground. I mean, the foregrounds are all blank right now, so it'll just blit. Has it been? Sorry, I thought I just saw something weird out of the corner of my eye. I know the script is like going turbo speed, but is it at least transitioning correctly at turbo speed? I hope. All right. Yeah, we're testing out the art, which is why I have it running as fast as it is. But I'll just assume that it's actually working correctly until I have evidence otherwise. What am I using to make the game? I'm writing it in Python. As we were just talking about, I'm using Spider as the IDE, Spyder, and I'm also using Pygame for the graphics and also for the audio effects. There's only one audio effect, but apparently Pygame can do that too, so that's cool. C++ and Python. Um, yeah, that could be true. Yeah, if you're making a very light project, like Python might be the way to go. If you're interested in making a light project with like 2D graphics or something like that, you might also look into Hax Flixel, because that's I don't know. Hax is something that I've been meaning to get into, whenever I talk about Hax, people tell me Flixel is really good for it. So that might be another option as well. Um, I have a concern about Python in that I don't know if it's going to. It feels a little bit like it. I don't know. Sometimes I get the sense that like Python is like kind of like buckling under the weight of the project, and that for a project this size, I maybe should have used a different solution. I don't know if that's going to prove to be the case, but sometimes I wonder if I shouldn't have made this in like a C language instead. I guess we'll find out. um, so yeah, all right. So this whole blitting uh, section. This is how we blit like the near ground layer, and so we'll do something similar for the the foreground layer, but we'll do it somewhere else. Specifically, we'll do it after we blit the characters, which will be down here. Yes. So this is after we blit the characters, but before we blit the name tags. Oh, wait. Is this in the parade loop? No, this is outside the parade loop. Yeah. Yeah. Not NT active? What is NT active? NT active? Wait. Yeah. Wait, what is this about? Yeah. NT active. What's NT active? I honestly don't remember why. Event on and not NT active. How do I use it? NT active equals false. Huh. Oh yeah, no, I remember how I use it. That's just tracking whether there's a name tag on screen. Because when we start an event, we wait to show the action tags until all the name tags have just cleared off screen. Sorry, don't mind me, just getting a little slightly distracted by what's going on here. Oh wow, sorry, I was not paying attention to chat. Clint, as a kid who wants to know what I'm doing, how do you learn? That's a good question. Yeah, actually, so, okay, so, sorry. My new, ever since I found this thing, whenever people ask, about, like, how to get started with something, the first thing that I send is this. This link, is, like, it's basically a tool that, like, it asks you like what type of games do you want to make, and then it gives you answers as to what type of tools you should use. So yeah, I suggest checking this out first, because I could give you some advice, but if I just tried to give you like blanket advice, excuse me, it might not be appropriate for like the type of project that you want to work on. So yeah, I recommend checking out Sorting Hat first, because that will give you a good idea of like what sort of tools you'll want to use for the project that you want to make. And then yeah, I'd be happy to give you advice as to like how to get. Oh, and also apparently someone else has been answering your question too. Oh, okay. Yeah, because once you know like what are the tools that you need in order to make the type of things that you want to work on, then you know then it'll be much clearer. Like what are the steps to learn those tools. So yeah, I definitely check out. I definitely recommend checking out that link. Uh, I don't know who you're talking to, Pony Does Gaming, but if you're talking to me, hey, it's vent time. If you're talking to me, then maybe hey, show up to the next Signal Jam. Pony does gaming, and you can put that idea forward. Um, Signal Jams are a collaborative online, like on stream, game jam that we do from time to time. We did one last week actually, and I'm I don't know. I like Tidor, which is the game that we made. It doesn't have like a real name. Oh yeah, someone said they were gonna make a title screen for it, but they never really delivered on that. So I don't know what happened. But oh, why does my sorry for pasting the same link again. Why does my copy and paste work so poorly? Maybe it's my fingers. It might be that my fingers are bad. But all right. So the second of those two links, Tidor, that is the game that we made at the last Signal Jam. We decided to make an open world, 2D RPG, and the whole theme of the game is like loot drops. So that's what we did. Anyways, it was fun, and yeah, that I don't know when we'll have the next Signal Jam, but I'll post it on Twitter when it's coming up. So, um, oh, okay. Well, there you go. Apparently, you need to learn Java. So, find tutorials on Java. Like, um, I mean, you still haven't said what you're going to do, so I don't know what to tell you. But like, you seem to think Java's the right idea, so cool. Go for that. Good job. All right, so oh yeah, so the thing that I have to do, right? I just pasted this chunk here, and before I forget, I need to change these references to near ground to foreground, um, and doop a doop, doop a doop a doop, doop a doop, doodly doodly doop. Was that all of them? I think so. I think that was all of them. Yeah. And then, oh yeah, so then the other thing I need to change are these boundaries. Because it's not, so it is this transition 6 is still correct, but it's not 4 and 8, it's 5 and 7 are the other values that we care about. So, cool. Yeah, alright, so except for the fact that the foregrounds are completely empty, it should technically work. Did I finish putting the foreground image into all of the transitions? I forget. I should probably check that so as not to incur a crash. Wow. I guess I'm glad I'm doing this when I only have this much data, because if I had waited any longer, this would have been a much more intensive process. Okay, so I did not put one here. Forests only has the transitions to the mountains, so mountains, I think I put them here, right? Yeah, foreground, yeah. So mountains, river, transition to forest, needs a foreground. Congratulations, you now have a foreground. Snow, we don't really need to care about this yet, but oh hey, look, it does have a foreground. Does the river have one too? Yeah, look at that. Alright, cool. Alright, so now we have our foreground places. Good. How did sorry, I'm gonna change your name real quick, but uh pardon. I went to university to learn programming. I didn't study game programming, but I just studied software programming in general, and that is how I got started. Um, oh, hacks. Yes, hacks. That Wikipedia page you link yes. That's what I was mentioning. Sorry, yeah, it's spelled a little weird. So it's HAXE. Yes. Yeah, I don't know. Hacks seems really cool, and it's like for my next project, I'm actually thinking of porting it to hacks. I don't know if I'm going to, but that's I don't know. Hacks seems really cool, and I kind of want to learn how to do it, because it seems like something worth learning. And then yeah, Flixel. So Hacks Flixel is specifically the 2D engine that gets a lot of praise. So I'll link to that as well. There you go. All right, so uh, yeah, so now I guess so now hypothetically like the foreground should be loading in and everything, and oh yeah, and with this oh whoa, what happened here? Oh, it crashed. Cool. It just says it's saying how great everything should be. All right, what happened here? Oh, right. Yes, that's true. It tried to transition to snow, and it knew that snow is background type 2, but I didn't finish propping up all the data for it. So for now, I should probably just not worry about snow for now. I'm going to get rid of snow for now because I have this other thing that I'm doing. And once I'm done with this other thing, I can come back to snow. And yeah, because once we set up this other thing, once we set up this fourth layer, then we'll be ready to work on snow proper. And until then, we're just not going to worry about it. So, right, okay, that's that's better. All right, so I'm going to leave the script down for a second because, like I mentioned before, it takes a. Actually, I'll run it. Yeah, I'll run it real quick just to make sure it doesn't crash after the change that I just made. All right, so it seems legit. So I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to wait a minute to bring it before I bring it back up because if I bring it back up too soon, it doesn't populate with characters. I don't know what that's about. And while we're doing that, I guess I could start adding in like foreground, like proper foreground art. Like it's gonna be quick. It's gonna be like kind of like slapped in a little bit. But actually, I'll do the river first because that's where we tend to start our journey. Taking advanced English classes and other basic. You think taking advanced English classes and other basic college courses are just as important as learning languages? Like in terms of like learning like programming languages, I think one of the difficult things with like current like educational systems is that in order to like a lot of current educational systems try and like feed education to like en masse like I mean like what class sizes like are really big. I mean like one of those like indicators of like a good educational system is like when you have smaller class sizes, but I mean literally any size greater than 1, you're going to be learning things, or you're going to be like learning at a rate that like sorry, I won't go on a rant about like my views on education, but like you're going to be learning things at in a way that I'll make the answer quick, is that I think like the quickest way to get to doing what you want to do is to do exactly what you want to do. So if you want to speak English, like that's great. Like take English classes, and if you have time to do that and everything else you want to do, hey Clint, thank you for following. I appreciate your viewership and your support. Thank you. Welcome. But yeah, no, if you just want to program, then like don't worry about the other stuff. Like when those other things become a problem, then maybe I don't know. Uh, I would say like in my experience, the things that I've learned from the most, the things that I've learned from the fastest or gotten the most out of are the ones where I didn't like I just kind of like I mean it tends to be the things that I pursued like on my own time, because then I could just like I could look into exactly what was most interesting to me, and I could just like get going immediately. Like I'd never made a project in Python before I started this project, but by the end of the first week that I was working on it, I had the game up and running because I didn't bother like learning the fundamentals and like well, I mean I did kind of learn the fundamentals. I kind of knew the fundamentals of Python before I started on the project, but I didn't bother like spending like unnecessary amounts of time learning things that could be useful. And so the project has been like like if I had put in like okay, so someone who had spent years researching and like learning Python before starting on this project would have made this project a lot faster than I did, because I didn't know Python. Hey, Cube64, welcome. Thank you for following. I appreciate your viewership and your support. So yeah, I didn't make this project as fast as someone else could have made this project, but I learned as I went, and I only learned what I needed to learn as I went. So I don't know. I personally I like that approach because yeah, I like I like that sense of accomplishment and like feeling that you're actually like producing something, and you get that a lot. Hey, wow, unmessed with the ball. Thank you, thank you for following. I appreciate your viewership and your support. Welcome. Um, all these followers. Thank you guys. I yeah. So yeah. That was my sorry. That was my long explanation of why I would say, go with what you find most important, and like you'll pick up a lot of the rest of the stuff on your way. All right, so I need to add a new layer here because basically, just to test this out, I'm just gonna add in more of this more of this grass, and I'm going to oh hmm you know oh no. I was gonna say I don't have to increase the speed of the parallax here to a great extent. Because the thing that's occurring to me is like, well, all right, no, I'll try something quick and see how it turns out. I don't want to change much about the tone because like the bright colors that I'm using in like the near ground are about as bright as I want. Like I don't want to get much brighter than that. Maybe I'll get like slightly brighter than this just to have a slight degree of contrast, but like not much more. Like if this is like 79, maybe I'll go to like 70 or 83 or something. But like I don't want to go bigger than that. All right, so on this top layer, let's use a brush size of 4. I think is what we're using for the yeah. So I guess what we're gonna draw now is basically like the grass that like sticks up. We're adding like a new layer on top of it, and this will actually like draw on top of the characters too. Like this will be the grass that like the characters like actually walk behind and stuff like that too. So oh yeah, so for one thing, I'll have to be cognizant of like how tall the characters are, so that when I'm drawing this, I don't accidentally like cover them up completely. All right, just actually to establish a palette real quick, let's also color pick. What's going on? No, what what just happened? I have no clue what my tablet is doing. It's freaking out right now. All right, let's color pick this and click this up a few points too. So instead of 70, like I think I went up by 4 points with the other one. So let's go to 74. All right, so yeah, let's just basically just more grass in the foreground, looking like this. Yeah, I don't know how I don't know how this is gonna work with the cave. I I think this might just end up looking weird with the cave. In which case, what do I even want to do there? Ah, oh, well, I could do no. It might just look a little bit weird, and I just have to come to terms with that. I keep like getting hung up on that because I'm like I don't know. I'm just like really certain that like the cave is gonna end up looking weird. But yeah, like worrying isn't gonna help. So I'll just finish this and then I can get to checking it out as soon as possible. Actually, I'm gonna put big swatches of these colors in the sky so that I don't have to keep color picking from here. All right, so yeah, just whatever, just like a few fronds of grass, that sort of thing, just to see how this is gonna look. I guess I can do like I should do some smaller tufts as well. And then this doesn't have to be too frequent either. This can be fairly sporadic. I guess I should do one that's like significantly tall. I can do one that's like significantly tall and like a little bit spread out too. Like it actually like the adventure is actually like it looks like they're actually walking through like tall grass a little bit. And then I was thinking of that because then I could also do one that actually has like these cattails that we've been drawing in the background. So yeah, I don't know. So that's fine, I guess. And then let's continue on. So yeah, so they won't all be like that tall. Some of them will just be like a little more patchy, and then actually I'll just go in with this color first, and then I can add in the shading later. Oh, the other thing I'll have to keep in mind is that this is the one layer that I actually want to be very flat. I really don't want much depth here because Lauren. Oh, I never reran the script. Oh yeah, I should rerun the script because. Wait, did it crash? Did I rerun the script and then it crashed? No, I just forgot to rerun the script. I think. I hope. Yes. All right. So if Lauren's still here, once Lauren loads in, you'll notice that at a certain level, the characters actually get. Oh wow! I stopped kind of paying attention to chat for a little while. Sorry about that. There do exist programmers that learn all theory. Sure, that's entirely valid. Like I said, the reason I was asked what is my opinion, and I gave what is my opinion, what works for me. And so, like I said, this is what's worked for me, and this is why I'm suggesting it. There are a million other answers, and if you ask a million other people, you'll get those answers. But I was, yeah, right, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, remember back in the day before we had internet, where you couldn't just know anything immediately when you needed to know it? Those days were weird. Wait, what are my views on Lil Wayne? I haven't heard from him in a while. I don't know. I like some of the stuff that he's done, but I don't really follow the politics of musicians or artists at all, really. Unless people if an artist does if an artist does something completely reprehensible, I will kind of veer away from what they've done. But I don't know. I haven't heard from Lil Wayne. Has he done something? What's he up to? How's he been? Thank you, Mark Lander. I'm gonna get a toothache from Mark Lander. You're a delight. All right, yeah, I was working on the foregrounds. Wait, is this where I was drawing? No, wait, why do I have it open twice? This is not the one I was working on. Oh yeah, I opened it twice. Whoops. Oh, I think I had it. Oh yeah, no, I had it open earlier when I was changing the transitional slide or something. Oh, I don't know. Anyways, all right, so let's just actually, before I go too far with this, let's just see what this would look like if this is what we do for this layer. So file, open, river, be foreground. Yes. So paste this here, and except for the blobs in the sky, we don't need the blobs in the sky. Let's see what that looks like. So next time we go to the river, yeah, I don't want to keep restarting the script constantly, so I'm just gonna leave it running a little bit. And no, yeah, sorry, I do have to restart it. Sorry. Oh, this is also not a whoops, where's my cursor? This is not a helpful comment, so I'm going to rinse that. Yeah, so what yeah, I am going to restart the script real quick, sorry. I'm going to yes, I'm just gonna restart the script. Sorry about that. It's while I'm working on art, I just need to bring the script up and down a lot, so it's gonna get restarted a few times. Sorry, guys. All right, so now there's hypothetically, yeah, look, there's grass. All right, so there's just a little extra depth to the scene, which is cool. That's what I was hoping for. So I like that. Wait a second. Is there too much of that? Is that drawing correctly? Oh, wait. Wait. Hold on, I need to slow this down for a second. Is it? Is it drawing weird? Like, I feel like I accidentally, might have messed something up. Where's the part where I control the rate of drawing? Uh, yeah, sorry. Because I'm restarting the script so much, it's not going to pick up all the characters. So the game is a little bit non-operational right now. I apologize. Hopefully we can get it back up and running soon. It's just in order to test this art, it's really yes, yeah. Dig down deep. That's what I'm looking at. Yeah, so like this there's now grass that the adventurers actually walk behind, and for some reason it was looking like when it was moving so fast, it looked like there might have been it looked like it was accidentally rendering twice. Like it looked like it was, excuse me, accidentally rendering like underneath and above the adventurers. So I might have just been seeing the background. So because it does look like it's rendering correctly now. So yeah. All right, and I think that looks pretty all right. So I think I'll just continue on with this visual effect, I think, for now. Yeah, it's not going to be like dramatic, but it's just going to add like I'll yeah. So with this sort of effect working, I'll go and add this into the other environments too, and so then like in the mountains there'll just be like rocks that you pass behind, and in the forest there will actually be trees that you pass behind. That one, I think, yeah, I think that one will really benefit from it. I haven't done transitions yet, so that's something that I'll have to do. Again, like because I'm keeping this layer pretty sparse, like it's pretty thin, like in terms of what's going on here. The transitions should be hopefully not too difficult. The transitions should be mostly a matter like I'm not like this. Yeah, this layer isn't really about like establishing the scene. This layer is more about like adding in a little extra set dressing. So it's basically like I'm just like slapping props on here. So hopefully this will go a bit quicker. And yeah, so I'll shut down the script. If someone reminds me in the near future, I'll bring the script back up, and we can actually have the game running. But for now, it's going to be inactive. So just for a couple minutes while it does whatever it does that it needs to do when it's restarting. All right. So all right. Yeah, a little more grass. Color pick. I wish I could keep that swatch with me. I should just follow me around. Oh no, I remember what I was doing. I was doing this color first. Oh no, actually, if I'm doing one color first, I should do the darker color first, and then excuse me. Yeah, and then I'll put in the lighter tones on top of the darker tones in just a second. So one of the weird things about the I should before I like finish with this per se, I should go in and make sure that I'm gonna have like a stretch where there isn't any. Then I should make sure that it looks okay with without the midground, because like when I'm drawing these tones over each other, it looks a little bit like it gets a little bit unclear. So I want to just make sure that it looks alright, and I don't have to worry about the seams here because like there just won't be props that like, ooh, wow, my bandwidth dropped, like my bandwidth just dropped down to like 300 kilobytes per second. I don't if I get disconnected, it's not because I'm going offline, it's just because my network connection is apparently feeling a little unstable right now. So if the stream cuts out all of a sudden, don't worry, I'll be back as soon as possible. I plan on streaming for a while today. I don't know how long exactly. Like Fridays, I tend to just like go until I feel like not going anymore. But I'll go for at least a little while longer. All right. But also my bandwidth is looking okay now. So yay, we're saved. All right. So actually, I'll add a patch where like the grass kind of like stretches across. Like it doesn't get high, but there's like a good amount of it. Just like that. just for a little variety. And then I'll have it like taper out a little bit too. That'll be like a little patch over here. Yeah, and then oh yeah, that was supposed to be the long empty stretch, but whatever, I don't care. Good enough. And then yeah, I'll do one more place that has like a one of those cattails on it. I'll put another one over here. Color pick, cattail color. Hey Connor, thank you. I'm getting close to like done with like the art, not like done forever, but like done for now with the art. And so there were a few other touches. Like I've been talking about the foreground layer, like the front layer, for a while now. So I think I eventually got to the point where I was like, you know what, let's actually do it. And so I'm slapping that in. I don't think it'll take forever, but then again, I never think things with the background art are going to take very long, and then they do. So who knows what will happen exactly? But yeah, I'm hoping that I can bang this out in not too long. Because if this works out alright, I think I'll do you have, oh yeah, I'm using a tablet. It's nothing super fancy. It's like I got it for $50. It's a Wacom bamboo pen tablet. It's like there's literally their cheapest model, but it works fine, and I like it. It's I'm not a good artist, so I need all the help I can get. All right, so I'll call this good. Oh, except I can now delete those swatches from this guy. Yes, don't need those. Oh yeah, the other thing I was saying is I want to see what it looks like without, just to make sure I didn't make the grass look weird. I mean, it does look a little weird there. So actually, yeah, let me clean that up a little bit because it does look weird here. Excuse me. So layer 13, yes, color drop this color. Or actually, color drop this color. And then draw it here. Alright, that's good enough. Doesn't have to be perfect. Yeah, alright, I think that's good. Enough. Not like fantastic, but I think that's like the bar that we're trying to hit. Alright, so paste that. Oops. Save that. And yeah, cool. Oh, and I'll rerun the script now. Excelsior! Thank you, Connor. Like, if I ever applied for a position as an artist at a game company, I think I'd have a tough time convincing them that I was the right person for the job. But, I mean, I do enjoy stuff like this, so... I don't know. I like it enough. I think because I like it enough, I do it enough that it's passable, at least. I don't know. I did take some art courses in school, which, I don't know. I didn't have any particular reason to be doing it at the time, except that I just enjoyed it. So, Mark Lander, I'm nominating you for Cool Guy of the Day. Wait, where am I going? I'm supposed to be opening up other environments so that I can draw other environments, layers. I'm gonna close this for now. Yeah, save that. Okay. And then, yeah, I don't need this open anymore. Yes, save the changes. Close that. Alright, so let's do the forest, I guess. Should go quick enough. Because I have a clear idea of what I want to do for the forest. It's basically like everything I am doing for the forest, except I'll just, oh yeah, so I'll do some shrubbery. It'll be mostly shrubbery, actually. So let's color pick this shrubbery, and then I'm just going to change the tone slightly. So where that's a 74, I'm going to pump it up to like a 78. I've been bumping it just so it's a subtle difference. I don't want like a major tonal difference, but I don't want them to look identical when they're... Oops, I should make a new layer for this so I don't mess up the layers that I have. I just want... Yeah, so like when these things overlap, I don't know, just have like a slight amount of visual distinction. It's going to be... I don't want to go too bright, so I do want it to be very subtle. Alright, I should use a bigger brush for this too. I tend to use like brush size 10 to do this type of shrubbery. I can zoom in slightly. I don't have to go quite so far out. So, yeah. Oh, and I can do a few rocks too. Rocks and shrubs of all shapes and sizes. And then trees too. Yay, trees. Yay, trees. I don't need this many shrubs. This will be like the denser section of the shrubberies. That'll be a rock. It'll be a slightly tall rock, I guess. And then, oh, well, actually they tend to be shaded a little more dramatically than that. Tend to have a little more of that action going on. Alright, so then, more shrubbery. Oh no, not more shrubbery. That's no shrubbery. Just like more patches of shrubbery. And then we can have like a bigger, we can have one section where it's a little taller. And then, I don't know, maybe another rock or something. Like a smaller rock. Doop-a-doop. Mushrooms. I actually, I don't take suggestions. This is a personal independent project. Thank you for your consideration, though. I am gonna rinse that, just because I don't take suggestions. But thank you, though. Thank you for the thought. All right. Oh yeah, so just a little more shrubbery, and then trees. It was the other thing that I was planning on adding here. Oh, and I guess I don't really want to lighten this tone, so I'm just gonna use the same tone. I don't think this tone. Oh, actually, that's funny. It looks darker just because it's in the foreground. Weird. So I guess I do want to lighten it slightly. So again, I'll just go to like 74. Just ever so. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. I didn't want it noticeably lighter, but because I didn't lighten it up at all, it looked like it was actually darker, which was not my intended effect. Oh, yeah, right. So I need to plan out the foliage here. Because I can't go above the top of the screen, so... So... Doop-a-doop. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Oh, I haven't picked the background color, or the low light color, so 69, I guess, is the tone of this one. I'm a child, don't mind me. Why are you bleeping? Alright, I'll make this look a little bit better. Not much, but a little bit. And let's put in the shading tone on the shrubbery. The forest kind of just needs like a pass. Like someday I'll probably want to actually like go through and render like the forest more with slightly more detail, or maybe not. Maybe I should go the other way with it and stop putting like effort into like the detail on my other scenes, and then that way I could like actually make them faster, and I wouldn't have to put so much time effort into them, and I could have more of them. So I don't know exactly what's the correct approach there, but wait, whoops, undo. I should there's a bit of inconsistency with the way I draw backgrounds now, just because I don't really know which of those two directions to go towards. Maybe I'll just like eventually it'll all even out. I'll just split the difference, and we'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right, so oh yeah, so let's darken the trunk in the shading. So again, 69. Stop! What? Don't honk at me! Don't honk at me, weird program. It's not polite. That was a little too aggressive. Nah, that's not quite right. Don't mind me. Just painting over something that really doesn't matter. Alright, so cool, and then I'll do like one more tree at least. I could do, no, yeah, just a couple trees is fine. This forest is surprisingly plain. Like, there's not many trees in this forest, actually. I don't know what that's about. It's like I don't know, it's just not a very dense forest. I guess. Uh, Actually, yeah, no, I should do more than just 2 trees. I should do a few more trees. Trees are great. Everyone loves trees. Uh, is how did you know to call it Journey? Uh, Side Quest is a game, and I think if you knew to call it Journey, you'd know that as well. So I assume you're being a troll right now. So yeah, all right. So just a few more trees. A few more trees. I'll do like basically the only variety that I have in these trees are like some of the foliages or like some of the like the canopy like parts are like a little oddly shaped, and then also sometimes I do like like a branch sticking out of the base of the tree into the rest of the tree. So like this, for example. Oops, that's way too thick. Yeah, that's like my take on visual variety for the trees. Uh, so that's fine. And then I don't know, one more tree. Wait, no, that's only 2, right? Wait, I was saying more trees. So maybe 2 more trees. All right. You've been watching since I started the project. Oh, if you've been watching since the start of the project, why haven't you been playing since the start of the project? Did you like not even get your alpha badge? um, yeah, no, it's playable right now, and it's like I only moved it into this channel like a couple weeks ago, or like last week was the first week that it was in this channel. But it's been playable for like a long time. If you've been watching this since the start of the project, I'm really surprised. Well, if you've been watching this from the start of the project, you've heard me say a million times that it's playable like in all these various different states that it's been playable in, and I don't know. I don't know. I guess it's funny to me that you even after all this time you're never curious enough to actually like try it. um, you're a curious person, Pony. You're a curious pony. You're a strange horse. Or you're a horse of a different color. Wait, does that sound racist? I don't mean that to sound racist. Um, I think just for fun, I'm gonna have a tree with a branch sticking out, and it's gonna have. I'm gonna break the mold and do something crazy and new and different. Apparently, I don't know why I drew it at exactly this height. At exactly this height, it's gonna cover up the adventurer's face as they walk past. But whatever. I'm a madman, apparently. Drawing tree obstructing face obstructing tree branches willy-nilly. Alright, one more tree, right? Maybe a smaller one. Maybe one that's just like yay high. And yeah, well, I mean, any game is just gonna look like an animation if you never touch it. Like the whole point, like the whole difference between like animation and game is that a game is interactive, and but in order for a game to be interactive, you actually have to interact with it. Like something can't force interaction upon you. Like like if there's a game that plays without your uh without your willing participation, for one thing that sounds weird. I would probably be impressed by that. That does sound like an interesting project, but I don't know. That sounds like a weird project as well. Anyways, all right, this is probably good enough for the forest, I bet. So, actually, let's just hide the layer behind it so I can see if I didn't accidentally malform something. Nah, that seems okay. All right, cool. Yay, forest time! Hooray, forest! So, copy this file. Open. Forest layer foreground. Paste. Save. Wow, those trees are very evenly metered. They're all like perfectly spaced. I think I'm gonna change that a little bit because I didn't notice it like in the whole mix, but I think it'll probably become a little too apparent once the things are parallaxing at different rates. So hold on, let's move this one. I'm just gonna slide it over, and then it won't be quite so exactsies. Oops, I don't want to rotate it. Don't rotate it. I just want to not have it underground. Alright, there we go. Alright, select all, copy, paste. That's slightly better. This is not quite as like, I don't know, they look like lampposts, how regular. There's no link to play it, Pony. There's no link to play it. Pony, I'm going to assign you as Squire to Lauren. Lauren is far and away the best player of this game. Lauren is a super pro, advanced level, top tier, world class, full time. Lauren's quitting his day job to become a full time. No, I'm kidding, but yeah, follow Lauren's example. Like, learn from Lauren. Lauren is pro. Anyways, all right, so that's the forest. So hypothetically, if we, well, I guess it might take a while, but hypothetically, if we transition from the river to the forest, which we will, because that's the only transition out of the river, then we will get the yeah, there you go. You got it, Pony. You did it. You played the game. Congratulations. And because this is currently open beta, so yeah, so you'll notice, so like, yeah, I think hopefully by now everyone has figured out that there's like a character that corresponds to them. If you haven't, hey, good news, there's a character that corresponds to you. Yeah, looks. Oh, you do have the alpha badge. You've played this game before, Pony. You troll. You have the alpha badge, which means clearly you played it while it was in the alpha stages, because I only gave the alpha badge to people who played it in development. Yeah, but you'll notice that, like, for example, this adventure, sorry, I missed their name, but this adventure has a silver badge on their hat, and silver hat, or the silver badge represents the beta. So everyone who participates today, or, you know, at whatever various times, gets the beta badge. And then people who had played the game back when it was in the alpha stages, they'll also have the alpha badges. So, for example, I have the alpha badge because I played this game back when it was in alpha. Lauren played this game back when it was in alpha. Gosh, I think I'm going to do. I think Mondays are just going to be character art days for like the rest of my life, because apparently in one day I only make as much art as it takes Lauren 1 week to to earn. So I'm pretty sure Lauren is pretty close to top level at this point. Whoops, didn't mean to move that. And I'm probably need to make more art for him soon. I won't do that now though. I still have to do the cave. The cave's gonna be a little weird. The cave, it'll probably mostly just be rocks. I was thinking I might try and do like some stalactites or stalagmites or something. But it'll probably just be mostly rocks. No, I shouldn't do anything hanging from the ceiling, because that's just not going to look right. So maybe some stalagmites, but mostly just rocks. So let's open the cave. Actually, I'll do mountains first, because mountains is also mostly just rocks. So that's convenient. Yeah, these should both go quite fast. And then I should do transitions. Um, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Excuse me. I should do, yeah, after I do so I'll bust out the mountain in the cave real fast, and then, I should definitely do transitions, because I still don't know how the cave transition is going to work. Oh, no. Huh. I mean, one thing I could do is just not have anything in the foreground in the cave. I could just leave it out entirely. Which actually might make some sense. But that doesn't even fix the thing that I think is going to be weird. I think, because I think the transition out of the cave, it's going to look like, okay, so let's say you transition out of the cave into the forest. I think it's going to look like some of the forest pieces, like, go into the cave. And I think that's just going to look weird. And I don't know if I can do anything. I don't know if I can necessarily do anything about that. Well, actually, hold on, let me think about this. The, The the only good job, B. Morgan. The okay, sorry. I was like, my brain was like processing for a second there, but the front layer, like the foreground layer, only moves like relative to the speed of the near ground layer, like relative to the speed of the layer it's on top of. It doesn't actually move that fast. So like the actually, hold on, I have to do the cave in a second anyway, so I'm just gonna open. Oh well, no, I was the cave transition. Whatever. I'm just gonna look at the cave transition for a second, because yeah. So the thing that is concerning me is that, like, the cave mouth in the cave transition is it's really close to the edge of the loop, and that's because, like, in order to transition from the interior space to the exterior space, we had to have this big thick wall that would, like, hide all of the, like, the peculiarities happening in the backgrounds. Oh, could I make the cave? You know I don't. You know I don't take suggestions, so I'm going to rinse that. But wait, could you make the cave go up when you come out and make it go down when you go in? So you know I don't take suggestions, so I'm gonna purge that. I Oh yeah, so one thing that I want to do with the backgrounds is I've said this before on stream, so you already know this too, but I'll say it for the people who haven't heard it. One of the things I want to do with the backgrounds is where is it? I have like this list of ones that I know I want to do, which is I want to whoops, this is the backlog. Not literally the backlog, sorry. I want to do lava caves. So like when you enter the cave, like you enter the cave, right? And then I want to make it so that like you can travel to like are you? Oi. Anyways, I want to make it so that, like, when you're okay, so yeah, so there are these transitions between the different backgrounds. So I want it so that when you're traveling through the cave, sometimes instead of coming out the cave on the other end, sometimes you travel like so deep in the cave that you go to the lava cave. So like it's basically like you travel to the underworld. Like, not really, but like I want it to be like, you know, big, like weird, like, you know, like glowing orange, like magma flowing, like rivers of fire sort of thing. So I mentioned this because I want to imply depth to the game world. Oh yeah, the other thing that I want in the cave that's on the list is like an underground city, like in the cave, like in the cave. Oh well, it doesn't show up here, but like in the cave art, there's like a mine shaft, which with like a mine cart. Well, no, there's not a mine cart, but there's like the tracks of a mine cart in like the background of the cave, which kind of implies that there was, like, you know, someone was down there at some point. And like some of the structure in the cave is like kind of like the bricks are like kind of like squarish, like almost implying that like maybe they had been carved at one point. So like I kind of want like the ruins of like an underground city that as one of the places that you travel to down there. So yeah. Oh, I don't take suggestions because I'm working on these projects independently. I am a game developer. I intend to make a living through game development, and as such, like, I'm not accepting like this is a personal project, and I like I've said before, well, like I'm working independently currently, and I might want to work on a team someday, but